So the very first item I would like to share with you all, I paid $7 for. It's an Anchor Hawking milk white footed cake plate. And it's really cool because it's in the original box. So let me go ahead and take it out of here so you guys can check it out. So here's what it looks like. It's got grapes all over it. Grapes and I think like ivy leaves. Again, it was $7. Here, gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. And this is the original sticker on it. Anchor glass, milk white. This, I think, will do really well at a live sale considering that it has the original box. It is a little dirty, so I'm going to have to clean it, maybe with like a Clorox wipe or something real quick just to make it look a little better than what it does now. But no cracks, no chips. It's in really good condition. Oh yeah, you know what? It is grape leaves. Look at the stem here. Yep, there's the grapes and there are the vines. So yeah, a really nice piece, and to have it in the original box. How often do you see glassware like this with the original box in it? So let me show you what it looks like in the original box. I mean, let's face it, packaging was a lot simpler back then, but I can't imagine how many damages companies had back then. So you open it up, and it's sitting in here like this, but there is a little bit of protection. Got these cardboard inserts that hold it in place, I guess. Not as great as the packing we have nowadays, but for the time period, I guess it was just as good as it got. So yeah, that's really neat, right? The very first item I would like to share with you all for this haul is probably one of my favorites. It's this 1989 Super Mario Bros. Wilton cake pan. I got it for $2.50, and originally it cost $10, so it's like getting it 75% off. I'm not selling this because I love 80s Mario stuff, and you know, with the 80s and 90s now coming back into full swing because my generation and the 80s kids are now all grown, they like to reflect on what they had as kids, and while it may not have been valuable at one point in time, it is now slowly but surely becoming popular in demand. So anytime I see these kinds of things, I love to pick them up, especially because I've never seen the Super Mario one before. And I've always been a fan. I loved the games when I was a kid. I loved Yoshi's Island, the whole 9 yards. I just love it. So I had to have this. So if you ever see one of these with the original paper insert, definitely pick it up because it is definitely worth your time if you can get them cheap. And usually these things aren't very expensive. I know these are really, really popular right now in the live sale community. These Stars and Bars Indiana Glass fairy lamps. I got this one for $2.36, which was 20% off of the original price at an antique mall. No cracks or chips on it. I know that fall is coming, and I know that brown is a very popular fall color. I believe that Indiana Glass came out with this fairy light in many different colors around the late 70s and into the 80s, as far as I know, according to my research. Like I said, no cracks or chips, and if you like fairy lamps and you're looking to start collecting them, stay tuned for my live sale. So these came from the flea market. I know it's really, really random with some of the stuff that I have. So these, like I mentioned, came from the flea market. I paid $5 for the three of them, and I think they are absolutely cool. The graphics are just fantastic. They're very circus birthday-esque. Like this one looks like it's, the bunny's looking like he's celebrating a birthday. And the tiger and the lion just look like they're posing for something fun, like for the circus. What's interesting is that this one has, or did have at one point, fur on it, so it's soft. I just really like the graphics on them, and I will go ahead and show you the furry stamp. It's called Stand in Place Furry Inlaid Puzzles, and they were, let me focus on that for you all. So it says Warren Built Right Puzzles. Again, I just think these would be really fun to display. That bunny one would be great to display at Easter time. And yeah, they're just really, really cool. I hope you all liked the bigger items that I shared with you all, and now we can go ahead and jump into the smaller items. Like I mentioned before, all of these items are a mishmash from different places because I would buy two things at one place or not find a lot the one weekend I went out. So I just combined it all into one haul. So this is really interesting. It's a 1950s postage stamp scale. And what you would do is you would put a roll of stamps here, feed it through this little slot, and when you needed a stamp, you would peel it, or you would have this little sharp area right here, cut it, kind of like how a tape dispenser works. And then you put it on the scale here. And it looks like somebody bought this for $2.95 at one point, probably from a thrift store or something. They had it in their booth for 10 bucks, and I got it half off at $5. So I thought that was really cool. And it does have a mark for Japan on it. Prices really vary on these items on eBay. They could be like $15 and then they could sell for 30, so it just depends on your luck. But overall, I just thought it was a neat piece. I don't know if I will keep it or if I will list it. Hopefully by the time you see this, I would have made a decision and it would probably be up on eBay if I decide to sell it. So I got 2 lighters. I paid $1 each for them. This one is very shabby chic because it's got the roses on it and it has a mark for Japan on it. I will do some research just to see if it's worth anything or not. This one is the exact same shape as my Starburst one that I picked up at an antique shop not that long ago. And that one is worth about 28 bucks, but I'm keeping that one because I love mid-century. So I will do some research on that. I only paid $1 for it. So we will see, and if it's not worth anything, it goes right to a live sale, which I will be hosting this upcoming Saturday with 3 other sellers. So be on the lookout for that. The sale, and maybe this lighter will be in it, is what I mean. Now this one is a little bit more ornate. This one's of a horse. And this one almost looks like it's in the shape of a chess piece. This one is also marked Japan. I had one that I bought a while back at a different Goodwill for $3. This one I only paid $1 for. And that one sold for decent money. The one that I sold at my live sale did not go for a lot on eBay. This one I think is going to be worth a little bit more because it's a little bit more ornate and unique, and it's shaped like a chess piece. So if there's anyone out there who likes vintage chess items, this might be right up your alley, which I think these are called knights, if I'm not mistaken. Are the horses called knights? Let me know in the comments below. It's been ages since I've played chess. Or attempted to play, that is. But yeah, he will be listed on eBay, and again, if you're interested, the link to my eBay shop is down below in the description, so hopefully by the time you see this video, this will be listed. So this also came from the vendor mall where I got the lighters. It's an Old Spice mug, and I think this one is actually much older because as you can see, it looks like it was painted on there. The porcelain's all crazed and everything, so I know this is definitely older than... I think I might have one around here. It's definitely older than this one, because this one looks like this was an applied decal. This one looks like it was painted right on there. Can you tell the difference? So I think this one might be older. And it's, I love it. I love the look of it. And it was $5. I've seen other people try to sell the one that I just shared with you all for 10 at the flea markets, and I'm not paying $10 for it. Not when I already have one, A, and B, when I can get them for half that and still make a profit at a live sale. I don't know if I'm going to be listing this one on eBay or putting it in a live sale. I haven't decided yet because I don't think I've seen any of these with the painted on image. Alright, so these I found at an antique mall. The booth is having 50% off. It's more of those Prussia pieces, German Prussia, or RSS Prussia. Floral rose. I think these are saucers, I believe. Overall in pretty good shape. They need to be cleaned up, of course. Some minor paint loss. So either I'll be listing these... I'll look them up first, and then if they're not worth anything, I'll put all 4 pieces that I have in a live sale, and I'm sure somebody out there is really going to like them. So I paid $1 for each of the plates, and then I think I paid $1 each for the other pieces that I have hidden in this room somewhere. So these were really cool, and you all know I love my vintage barware, whether it be the ice buckets or like the swanky swigs. So I'm not going to pull out all of them because they are already wrapped up and they just need to go with all of my other glassware. I paid $1.50 for 4 of these Scotty Dog glasses. No marks on them to say who they're made by, but they're very thick, which is what I like about them. And this one just has ships on it, which you all know I love my nautical themed stuff, so these were a no-brainer. And I got 3 of these for $1. So I love those. This came from a Goodwill. I paid 99 cents for it. It's a vintage whale scrubby holder. I don't know if this was a handmade piece or like a hand-painted piece. I don't see any marks on it. It looks older to me. Like, even if it's from the 70s, I would still love it. Of course, it's kind of dirty. I'm going to have to clean it. But I thought it was cute. I almost left it behind, and then something told me don't do it. So that's why I kept them. Thinking of Jen and her sister Kim, I found this whole bag of vintage zippers for $1. There's a couple of other vintage sewing pieces in here, but I'm sure she'll put them to great use. This also came from the Antiques Mall. This was $3.50, half off of $7. I would never have paid $7 for this. It is a little different compared to the one that I found at the thrift store. As you can see, the packaging is bigger, which I kind of find a little bit odd. I don't know why they did that. Maybe they were just doing that to cut costs back then. But I'm glad that I went ahead and purchased it because I don't have the brown-haired Barbie. I have the blonde, which you all know I have a thing for blondes. But yeah, so I will definitely be keeping that and putting that with my keychain collection, which I have really pared down over the years, and I also have really been selective about what I buy, and if I can find these new old stock, I will pick them up. So I'll pay up for them just a little bit. So this came from a different district's Goodwill. I paid 99 cents for it. It's a vintage horse wall pocket. No cracks or chips. It has Japan on the back of it. So I know it's older. Anybody who likes horses will definitely love putting this up for decor in their home. Now this, I know for a fact, is made by Morton Pottery. I haven't decided whether or not I'm selling it. It's of a kitty cat, and it's in a really nice minty green color. I paid $2 for it. No markings on it, but I have a feeling that it is Morton. I love, love, love... Oh, it actually does have... Is it a chip? No, I don't think that's a chip. It's just kind of smooth up here because of the holes. But I love that green color, so I haven't decided whether or not I'm selling this or not. Paid $3 for this awesome piece. I'll adjust the camera for you so you can see it better. It's a swing quartz clock in the original box. And I like it because it's got... I can't talk. It's got those 80s colors on it, like late 80s, early 90s colors. Where was this made? This was made in Taiwan, so it's got some age. I would definitely say 80s, 90s. Now, there's something about the 80s. Like, I love the different neon colors that they used. Because I guess it's kind of like a throwback to the 50s in a way. Because the 50s were really well known for their bright, vivacious colors. Like the green and the blue and the pink and the yellow. And, you know, once you start getting into the 60s and 70s, not that there weren't bright colors then, but you start to see more of that arts and crafts, primitive, like darker colors. Like the avocado green and the bright orange and the marigold. And those aren't my colors, personally. I like brighter colors like this. So I had to have this clock when I saw it. And it does work. Okay, so I got this. And this is up on eBay right now. This is a 1998 Conair cordless curling iron. In the original packaging, never been used. It was $4. And I listed it for about 30 bucks. So if it's something you're interested in, the link to my shop is down below again. So this was really cute. I cannot remember what I paid for this, but I guess somebody got this as a gift years ago and just never used it for their baby, so they donated it. So it's a Baby Mickey hug light in the original box. It looks like some debris has gotten in there over time. But I listed it for about $30, and I'm hoping that that's what it sells for. If you had this as a child, or if you just like new old stock Disney stuff, This would make a great item for your collection. Now, I know a lot of people like the old apothecary bottles, and I think they're pretty cool. And when I saw this one, I kind of couldn't resist it. It's for Creomulsion. Hope I'm saying that right. Creomulsion. It's for coughs due to colds. I just like the embossed lettering on it. And yeah, it's just a really cool bottle overall. I don't think there are any chips on the lettering. And it was only $1. Like, I think that that's just really cool. I like that it has a really long neck, because that's just highly unusual. I'm curious to know what color this was originally. So I haven't decided whether or not I'm keeping that, or if I am going to be selling that at a future sale. We will see. These I've never seen before. So when I saw them on the shelf initially, I did research them like I do with most everything I pick up at thrift stores, unless I know for a fact I'm selling it at a live sale. And I thought they were worth more than what I originally looked into when I researched them. They are Pyrex Compatibles napkin rings with the snowflake garland. They're napkin rings, glass napkin rings. I paid $1 for the set, and I think based on what I'm seeing on eBay, these will probably end up in a future live sale. So if this is something that you're interested in, stay tuned for that sale, because I'm sure if you like Pyrex Compatibles, these will be right up your alley. Or I may put them up on eBay for a bit, and if they don't sell, I will put them in a sale. I'm thinking I might list them for $15 to $20, and we'll see what happens. And I think it's a relatively light box, so this won't cost a lot to ship. Alright, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. I got this Anchor Hawking Fairfield divided dish in the original box. I paid $2 for it. And yeah, not a crack or chip on it. And let me show you the back. The back has the stamp for Anchor Hawking Corporation in Lancaster, Ohio. I would date this to probably the early to mid 70s, just judging by the fact that it has a barcode. Oh my god, not a barcode, a zip code on it. And yeah, that's gonna go into a future live sale. I think somebody will really, really like that. It almost is kind of cool to think that this has sat in the box all these years. Kind of like that cake plate that I'll be listing too. And the last thing I'd like to share with you all before I wrap up this haul. Oh no, sorry, not the last thing, second to last thing. This is going in a junk jar. It's a blue Mr. Peanut whistle. I was pleasantly surprised to see that at the antique shop. I love these kind of little promotional items when I can find them cheap, because I can throw them in a junk jar, and they're just fun to have. Now, the second to last item I'd like to share with you all before we conclude. It's not an original car hop tray, but I think it was one that you could actually buy in the store. It looks like this. It was $1.75. It's got hooks, which it's standing on right now. And you would, I think, lay this on the window of your car, and then the little latch right here, this little bar, rests on the little dash where the window, the button that moves the window up and down, whatever you call that. The switch, I guess. And then you could just serve or have your fast food meal on it. So I assume that's what this is. I contemplated putting it in my car, so when and if I decide to, have a fast food meal in my car, if I go to an area where no dining rooms are open. I thought that would be a great little piece, so I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna keep this or what I'm gonna do with it. So that is everything I would like to share with you all today. I hope you all enjoyed it. So that's all I have for you today. Be sure and give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already.
Click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to know when new videos are posted. All of the links to my social media accounts via Instagram are down below as well, where you will see pictures of items to come in future haul videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye guys!